By Mark from Electrosoul. I love that song. I thought it was great when I first heard it. It's just so different. Okay, so now I want to get some questions from the show. Yeah, again, folks, keep the questions short for the show. 1 or 2 liners, otherwise. Hello, Sherry. Do you think the resignation of Tony Blair could be a sign of the leaders getting ready for their gathering before they leave on the ship in the Middle East? I don't really know. This whole thing with Tony Blair, kind of shocking, actually, because it looks like Bush is getting ready to kick his feet in and do what he has to stay into office. I mean, he'll blow up Congress. He'll nuke 4 cities. Let me think if I can remember these cities that were on this list from a while ago. I think it was Dallas, Houston, Charleston, and Lexington. So you might want to, I don't know. There was a plan a couple of years ago that the Russians would have this accidental nuclear launching, and those 4 cities would be involved. So, what a surprise, what an accidental nuclear launching when they've already picked the cities out that would be hit by nuclear bombs. And I've also noticed lately, folks, that they've had their button on the their fingers on the earthquake button. This is another thing the Lord wanted me to bring up tonight. He brings things to my mind because this alien agenda side, this Nasara crowd, they have plans. Like I really hate even announcing them because they do this every year, and and they string their own people along. Oh, we're coming next month. Oh, we're coming in 3. There's going to be a huge announcement, huge Nasara announcement, and blah blah blah. And year goes in and out, in and out. The plans for this year for this group is that on June 15th they're going to have first contact in Salt Lake City. This year, June 15th. And so they're all going to have this huge, massive, I don't know how big it's going to be. I don't know what their idea of first contact is going to be, because they often say one thing and do another. But a massive, huge showing, so definitely people of Earth, the United States anyway, would know that they exist and that they're coming to help mankind. And so June 15th is their targeted date so far for this year. And so now all of a sudden I start getting emails from people who are hearing from people who are hearing from people who work, you know how it goes, down the rumor mill chain, that there's going to be massive earthquakes that could occur within the next several weeks across America. And so when you put 2 and 2 together, here we've got Sananda and Maitreya and all them, threatening to come in a huge first contact showing in Salt Lake on the 15th. And now you've got our earthquake centers trickling out information that huge earthquakes could happen. And we know our government has the ability to press a button and cause a huge earthquake, not just in America, but around the entire world. They have the capability of creating any type of weather situation that they want. And they're going to use their weather weapons to fulfill the seals of Revelation. The first 6 seals are man-made. It's the Lord that allows them to start. But that's Satan. The first 6 seals are Satan's wrath on mankind. And so they have the ability to create wars, death, plagues, earthquakes, famines. I've already said that this huge famine that's coming is contrived. It's a man-made famine because otherwise it wouldn't really be a famine. It's being forced on the world by the governments. They want a huge famine. They want death. They want death. They don't care how they get it. Famines, plagues, wars, they want death. Both of these agendas working together, a depopulation agenda is the focal point of both of these agendas, folks. The aliens call it cleansing, and they call themselves ascended masters. They don't call themselves aliens. They call it cleansing, and the New World Order just calls it depopulation. And so both of them, having in mind of killing over 500, or just having 500 million left on the earth and killing 5.5 billion people. So I don't know about this ship thing in the Middle East. Something me and Peggy Kane had talked about last year, and they do have a ship out there. They do. A huge underground ship. It was common knowledge then that Saddam Hussein had a huge palace somewhere in the desert out in Iraq. And he gave control of this area and this desert over to the aliens. And supposedly they were building this huge UFO out in the desert. So this stranger than fiction stuff isn't always fiction, And so all these world leaders have been planning on getting on this ship and escaping Earth. And so they're expecting some kind of huge catastrophe to happen to Earth because they all had to get off of it for safety. And so I don't know. I haven't kept up with that. They often have very many plans that never come to fruition or get fulfilled. Their timelines will be off. They'll push it to a further date. And that's why you'll see in the Bible code, it's like when I saw Congress beware, and I posted that code about Congress being blown up by a missile, and that there was fire coming from Congress and other different terms associated with it. It was marked for 2003 and 2004, but it never happened. And so that's why years are so not always so important with the codes. The months are more important than the years because timelines can be pushed back.